Chapter 1st. The story began in the Chongqing province in the basement of 7 Luo. It was a terrible place with a lot of dust and all kinds of insects. It was the room of the eldest son of the main branch of the Luo Zhen family. At that moment he was reading some book. The room was full of darkness. He sharply closes the book with a very loud clap and says, "Damata, the description in this book is quite reasonable, but with the words pay for evil with sincerity and for good with kindness, I will never agree." He exhaled heavily and says, "If father were not so kind and trusting, they wouldn't have poisoned him. I wouldn't have been in such a position." And then in the distance he hears steps, says someone is coming. He extinguishes the candles and go to bed. He heard someone open the door and knock out all his legs. It was a servant of the family manager. He looked angrily at him and says, "You're still sleeping, come on. Let's go, or you think your mother is the head of the family." He didn't repeat it to him again, but raise your skinny ass or something. He imitated the fact that he woke up and looked menacingly at him. He put handcuffs on him and led him after he shouted to him, "What a disgrace." At the same moment the training was taking place. The coach says, "For today your training is over. Now each of you will choose your opponent, practice on a live target, prepare your body for a real battle, and also teach you to find all the weak points of the opponent." The coach says loudly, "Enter." They brought him here through the whole crowd to the coach. His coach, the guys who were in the team whispered to each other. One of the guys says, "This isn't Luo Aizhen. He's been beaten here for 2 years. And you can't say that he's as strong and energetic as he is." Slave second guy says, "This idiot still thinks he's the head of the Luo family. But never mind, the young master will put him in his place." Someone in the crowd shouted softly. Young master had already arrived. It was Luo Perrin, the eldest son of the second branch of the Luo family, the current young master. Bone refinement tempering practitioner. Perrin looked menacingly at Zhen and said, "And how you haven't been beaten to death while I've been practicing all this time?" Zhen answers him, "I consider it a compliment, but it's not so easy to kill me." The guards grabbed him and started to put him on his knees and say, "Here, a little baby, yes. How dare you argue with the master, miserable slave, for your filthy tongue you will pay with your own life." They stuck him head down. But the parent said, "Lord, calm down." He laughed, bent down to Zhen and said, "Zhen, you are still. I don't know what exactly I practiced." He answers him, "I'm sure you remember about the pills of the creator of the worlds that were kept by the Luo family, so I recently ate one of them." He grimaced and says, "And this thing is really incredible. It was more than enough for me to raise my cultivation level from flesh refining to bone refining peak." Zhen was shocked. He couldn't believe it. He said, "The world maker's pills are already Luo family treasures. How dare he? The pills of the creator of the worlds are the sacred legacy of our ancestors. They were created specifically for body cultivation practitioners. Heard. They are hidden in the darkest corners of our lands, so ordinary people will definitely not find them. According to the precepts of the fathers, they can be obtained by those who have reached the stage of increased bone density before the age of 16. However, for 300 years, no one has succeeded in this. I alone gave hope, since you were already 14 able to reach the level of purification of the flesh." Zhen yells at him, "Luo Perrin, how dare you violate the testaments of our ancestors, you damn bastard." Luo Perrin tells him to be silent. "In my eyes you're just pathetic. I'm a bug. I've reached peak bone cleansing, and I can lift half a ton with one hand, and you're just a pathetic slave that I'm about to grind to powder. I'm in a good mood today. So isn't it time to get some exercise?" And then he shouts to an ordinary guy, "My target will be you." The guy looks at him with fear in his eyes. He does not understand what to do. Luo Perrin began to glow with purple light. More and more, the guy says, "It's the sandalwood blow, young master, I beg you for mercy." The guy screams. Luo Perrin, not sparing him, inflicts a crushing blow on him, and he falls, begins to cough up blood. His eyes turned white and his skin began to inflame. Luo Perrin, in a moment from a purple glow, turned into an ordinary guy again. From the crowd, he was shouted at by a young master. He destroyed a strong warrior with one blow. There is no one stronger in the Luo family. The strength of the young master will surely glorify the Luo family and also revive its former glory. Zhen looked at him very menacingly. He was at a loss what was happening. Luo Perrin tells him not to be afraid of you. "I do not intend to kill yet." Zhen says, "You'll see how much stronger I am, pathetic scum." Luo Perrin with a smile on his face to tell him, "Yes. I almost forgot. I heard that our gifted little sister Luo Yan did a lot of work in the Qingyun sect. It seems that she crossed a path of some important person, for which she was exiled to purgatory. So right now, I'm going to the Qingyun sect. By the time I get there, I'll just reach the stage of cleansing the internal organs in order to save her. And on the way back, find her a groom from some noble family. Maybe then it will be more useful, ha ha ha, Zhen says in an evil voice. Luo Perrin. Just touch her with a finger. Luo Perrin has already moved far away, but he shouts at him, ha ha ha, you are more protective in your power, so why the hell are you spreading such statements? Even though I'm curious, what are you going to do to me? Zheng began to remember how he and her little sister grew up together. Of my relatives, she was the only one left alive because of Yan's unusual talent. She was chosen by the Kinyan sect and admitted to the inner gate. In this way, she managed to avoid all the problems that befell our family. Moreover, she was always obedient. Yan would never climb you trouble. I'm sure someone set her up. Let cheating made a slave. I do not care about the sacred religions of my ancestors. Even if Luo Perrin inherits our family's entire fortune, I won't let anyone insult or hurt my sister. Luo Yan, I will save you. The manager took him to the basement again. Zhen says, Manager Fan. Why is there only one healing pill today? Every day the family gives out 3 pills, but you bring only 1? So you pocketed the rest? Theft from the palace is a serious crime. Manager Fan, are you not afraid of death at all? Manager says, say thank you for at least it got half-wits. Of course, I'm afraid of death too, but with Galina on me, what are you going to do to me while sitting here? You are no longer the head of the Luo family. Ugh. And suddenly Zhen hits him in the face with all his might, and he flies off into the wall and falls to the floor. Zhen tells him, you're just a manager, so why the hell are you acting like you're part of the family? Thought I couldn't hit you. The manager Fan holds his nose and yells back at him, you are a slave. And dare yourself to raise your hand to me. Wait for me. He slammed the door and left the room. Zheng was left alone, lit a candle and said to himself, only I was going to raise my level to the degree of purification of bones and go to save Yan, and then they cut down on the number of pills. This is definitely the work of Perrin. Zhen in aggression takes his book and tears it in half and says, damn book about great truths. What use are they when I need help so much? He takes it and sets it on fire with his candle. Burn it with fire, he says. Forgive me, Yan. Your brother is completely useless. I cannot save you. And then the thought came to Zhen what I had done. What for was to compensate evil on the book. After all, she instructs people on the great good way and did nothing wrong. It's only my fault that I'm too weak. Zhen started to extinguish it, but nothing helped. The pieces of the book scattered all over the room, but suddenly he saw something. Every leaf began to fly around him, every minute these leaves divided into less and less letters and began to stick to him. He says, what the hell, come on. What's happening? Why are these sheets stuck to my body? He struggled with this for a long time, but fell to the ground and fell asleep. Zhen woke up and said, is my body a blade? What does it mean? Is it possible that such weapon tempering can turn my body into a mysterious artifact? I do not believe. His body heated up every second. He was so hot that he could not fall to his knees and beg God to give him water. He screamed, I'm on fire, give me water, God. My body is on fire again. He plunged into a barrel of water and says, phew, that's better, it's like tempering steel, he says in bewilderment. Why the hell did he seem to be sucked into this barrel around one steam? And nothing was visible, but in a fraction of a second, the steam left and the cosmos opened up in front of him. He was in some unknown space, but there was a huge cauldron above him. He didn't understand at all what was happening. 9 dragons were carved on it, but the 9th one seemed to be staring at him. 8 of them, the eyes were closed, but one was open, and he got out of this boiler and began to hit him with his tail. Black smoke came out of the boiler and completely covered him. Body began to glow with a bright light, thus his body was recovering. But then black smoke filled him again, and then he woke up naked in the middle of his room. Zhen says, so that cauldron tempered my body and soul. I have never felt so strong. The next day, Zhen felt so strong and was shocked by his technique. Because of this, his body became with a special kind of weapon. All of a sudden, 4 guards burst into his room and say, Luo Zhen, what are you doing here? Come on, punch him. Zhen was so good that he had no trouble fighting back. All of them, what's up? I don't feel pain from their blows. And heat spreads through the body completely, as if it is being cleansed. My body is the blade and my soul is the guide. The blows of 1,000 hammers will purify my body. Is that really the meaning of those words? If I can cleanse my body by getting hit, then how even better. Pills are not needed at all. Perhaps, at this rate, I will be able to reach the stage of cleansing the internal organs. If so, then it is worth pissing them off harder. Zhen says to the guard, what's wrong with you? Bioti like girls. Did you eat little porridge? The guard stood at a loss and did not understand what. The manager of the fan says, who do you think you are? And we'll see how long you last. Take him. The guards managed to tie up Zhen and took him to Chief Yuan. The manager fan says, Foreman Yuan, heard you need a slave? Our Luo Zhen is perfect for this role. You can beat him, scold him, do whatever your heart desires. Chief Yuan laughs and looks at Zhen and says, I think he'll be good enough to serve me food. I hope the third gentleman will not mind. After all, once upon a time he helped me get everything that I have. The manager fan says, you are the main manager of the family. What questions might you have? Luo Zhen is overly arrogant and still considers himself the head of the Luo family. Take good care of him, and the young master will not be indebted. The foreman Yuan says, that's what it means, it's good. Not tired of standing yet? You must kneel before your master. The manager of the fan says, but is he deaf, or what? Luo Zhen stands in the city and smiles. Sergeant Major Yuan, yes, how dare you? Grab it. Luo Zhen tells him Huang Ji Fanzong, and you don't have the audacity. Even my uncle wouldn't dare treat me like that. Who do you even think you are? The foreman Yuan says, that's what it means, it's good. Chief Yuan says, damn psycho. Now you are just a whipping boy, and for disobeying your master, you will be executed. Luo Zhen ripped the handcuffs with his strength and told them, I'm explaining to you clearly. More than that and the Lord, my strength exceeds yours, which means that I am the Lord here, my surname is Lo, and you are on the lands of my family. He hit the fan manager in the face, he flew off. The foreman Yuan says, how can some miserable foreigner talk about the rules of my own clan? Luo Zhen, if you even touch my fingers, Master Chenyan won't let you go so easily. You're just a disenfranchised bug in the Lula family. Aren't you afraid of being beaten to death? Luo Zhen says, it's not up to you to decide, but you will memorize a couple of rules of our clan right now. Luo Zhen activated his superpower and hit him right in the face. It turned all red, and blood dripped from his mouth. The word of the seventh law. Only we have the right to decide anything here. The words of strangers are empty words for us. He made a couple more blows and said, the family has the right to punish for bad deeds and self-stubbornness. He made the second blow. The Lua family has the right to punish bad deeds and self-stubbornness. Second strike. The Luo family punishes those who brazenly lie and distort the truth. Third strike. After the third strike, the manager fan was not visible. Chenyan came to Chenyan, young master. Lord, I ask for the protection of my subjects. Chenyan looked at him with a smirk and said they wanted to make Luo Zhen personal, that he would feed you with a spoon? You are so stupid. Even I thought it inappropriate to take him as a servant. The manager's fan says, Mr. Chenyan, I won't dare anymore. Could you please? Chenyan interrupts him and says, don't worry, you are my man. I'll try again for you. Chenyan knew that this tournament was only 1 month away. He thinks that with this pill he will surpass all limits, and then Luo Zhen begged me for death. He laughed wickedly at the end. Month later. Clan tournament. Welcome to the Lu Clan tournament. Today our students and great fighters we wait complete returns show what you capable, and before that I would wanted to report everyone good news. Luo Junyi. Third uncle Luo Zhenyu. Internal cleansing practitioner bodies. Thanks to his young talent Mr. Semilu, my nephew will receive invitation from sects Kinjian. Wow. Our young sir is so strong. Pill creator world so strong that Luo Perrin was invited to the Senyan sect. How many privileges does a member of the internal gate sects? I'm afraid to save my sister Yan, it won't be that easy. However, I cannot more wait. Need to do this today. Tournament special annual event Families Luo, in which appear strength all warriors and participants. For live targets to overcome one of them means to gain freedom, but if you lose, you killed in front of everyone. All this I have been searching for a month. Fight everyone in a row, and eventually reached peak bone cleansing. The only pity is that the strength of the participants' families Luo times formation all below, so I had to practice myself blows of sandalwood. Of course, until I reach the 8th level technology blows close the distances that my father but 7th level enough to figure out everyone. In this tournament I have to take first place and earn your freedom. Let's start first fight since choosing an opponent for my son family's Luo. Let's fight first my son, Luo Chenyan. Fine father. I choose you. Luo parent chose from the largest participant. Less words, straight to the point, show me all your power, speaks Luo parent. Well, with the victory over you, I will finally be free. Big guy wanted to strike the first blow, but parent gave to him fight back right away. Big guy loud falls to the ground. Winner, Mr. Chenyan. Hey wait, I was just warming up, I never chose a real opponent. Them he will. Lu Zhen enters the ring. I think it due to the fact that I beat Huan G. He could N''T figure out Komi immediately, therefore decided to leave it before the tournament. Mr. Chen Young, yes, that's the older brother. Major branches families Luo. I have already reached peak bone cleansing. If you start praying for mercy, then I'll let you die fast death. Watch your language better, let's start the battle. Where are you in such a hurry? Do N''T you wonder how I managed so quickly raise level. Luo Chenyan, and you right there, how you dare go against Covenant's ancestors and sit down pills. If brother parent did it, what am I worse? Besides, sooner or later I will enter the Chenyan sect. Started fight, hear this power. Heat again spreads all over my body, much stronger how before. Mr. Chenyan is so strong he reached level 6 in technology, blows at close range distance. Which pleasant, I feel like it has been a long time since I've experienced this kind of warmth in a battle. As such, maybe he survived so many my blows as if I didn't even wear it. What is the monster in front of me? All Lu Zhen's strong, she used to have was like that. Yep, does that happen? Weird. Lu Zhen got up much stronger in the buoy, did not leave, he trained special technique protection. Maybe whether that older brother taught him this technology. What, stand up, let's continue. I haven't finished yet. What is that expression on your face? And you sneer, necessary me. Die. Winners Mr. Chen Yun. This it was N''T easy, but I did. Well, how are you? Liked it? What? I see you liked it. Now it's my turn, attack. Bad deeds. What happened, monster guy? Don't talk. He took over 7th level close combat techniques, distance much stronger. Mr. Chen Yun. Chen Yun, how you? By the rules of the tournament, I now free and can leave the family low. Damn little baby, I'm sorry we saved your miserable life. I did N''T expect that you can rise to that level. Do you think one in my son, will I let you go? Don't build illusions, puppy. Only as yours brainless father followed this idiotic rules. In family I am the law. Reveal your secret protective technicians and I will spare you. I am too naive to expect you to comply all the rules of our family. I think although would this law you saved. You killed your own brother, took from me place chapters, families, ate the saints. The pills have done me so much evil, and now want to take away the only thing. What do I have left? And don't dream. Congregation dregs, the day will come when I will deal with you with my own hands. I will avenge you in the name of his father. Impossible. His hit happened over 3.500 kilograms when you were able to overcome level cleansing internal bodies. Puppy, only what? Everything thanks to you. Father, is such possible now? Who dare stop me? I. Second uncle Luo Zhenyo Luo Bingquin. The current head of the Luo clan. Halfway to the celestial sphere. Geek, I saved your life as a sign of love for your ancestors. And you dared to attack third uncle? Decided run away from the Lu clan, since you so desired death, let me fulfill your desire. Should I circa N''T believe. Really my journey is over here. Yan, forgive your brother. Second brother, don't kill him. Moreover, he is very fast, raises mind cultivation. Much faster how Perrin and Chenyan chicks creator worlds. We must figure out what business. I do not know what gift he could receive, but his body much stronger ordinary person. Oh? Then let me though would punish him. Spread that, what a miracle. What saved you? Maybe then you will die quickly. And don't dream you. Who this arranged mess. Master Dark guns this dough. Halfway to the celestial sphere. Lucky. Passed by and then I managed to find such valuable exhibit. I like this guy. If you don't mind, I'll take it with me. Master Dark guns this land, creating special and strange ugliness. Human dangerous professions and owning bunch frightening technician. Why to him it took Luo Zhen. New ha. You smell like my mysterious great artifacts. And I will salt your body along with one of my artifacts to level it up. Suddenly, a man in a red robe bursts into them. And he says, no matter what your goal is, you must let go of Luo Zhen. The master of dark weapons lifts an unknown ball uphill and throws it on the floor. It bulges and disappears. Second brother, this man is very strong. It will be dangerous to blindly run after him. But can't we just give Luo Zhen to him so easily? Xiaolan is a very dangerous and evil person. I can say with confidence that he burns our Luo Zhen in a cauldron. In his hands he will not survive. Too bad we'll never reveal his secret defense technique. Luo Zhen ended up in a cave near a cliff. It was the forge of Xiaolan. There were many suspended cages with people in this cave. It was a very dark and gloomy place. They all shouted loudly they were very bad. Luo Zhen lay shackled on the floor. Not bad. I don't know why, but your blood smells like a mysterious level artifact. If I manage to combine you with one of them, I'm sure my blade of fire will be even more dangerous. Maybe I can create a spiritual level artifact. On the way of hardening guns, the most important thing is the strength of the flame and the components, says Luo Zhen. I don't think it has anything to do with me. Do you really think what a spiritual artifact is? What a child's play. Dark Weapons Master says I'm not that strong. I'm still too far from special and other components, and I have to use second-rate true flame for tempering. In order to reach the spiritual level, I can only seal a person's malice into a weapon, thus making a very strong spiritual artifact filled with anger. Luo Zhen was terrified. This guy is just crazy. He wanted to make a weapon out of it. If you unite with my Karma Flame Blade, you will understand what an honor it is for you. Luo was wildly frightened and did not understand why he had all these tests. They put him in the cauldron and a fire started. The temperature in the cauldron rose higher and higher, and the fire was more and more. Strangely, Luo did not burn. All the clothes, all the chains, everything he was wearing all melted. Did he really stop being afraid on the day when his body became a mysterious artifact? Luo saw the Karma Flame Blade. Apparently, the blacksmith manipulates the power of the true flame to create new artifacts. He splits the metal and combines its powers of the true flame. This is a special technique. The Dark Weapons Master saw that the sword inside was moving. He thought that Luo was still alive and decided to add more flames. Normally I wouldn't use it, but this chance to enhance my blade in the flames of karma is not to be missed. He drank some unknown solution and began to exhale fire, thereby making the fire even bigger. In such a fire, Luo got worse and worse. His body could no longer withstand such a flame and began to melt, and the power of this true flame had such an effect on him. But it was much easier when he was sunbathing under the black flames in his head. Suddenly, the same cauldron with black swimming burst out. In an instant it swallowed the blade of the flame of karma. Let my body be a mysterious artifact, but why should I absorb molten metal? The same dragon began to break out of the cauldron. The moment the dragon scale on his body caught fire, his body was filled with energy. It seems I have become several times stronger. Now it is clear that the cauldron in its head represents itself. With it, I can absorb mysterious artifacts and turn them into dragon scales. Even one scale is enough to strengthen me several times. If I can light them all, I'll be incredibly strong. But to get so many mysterious artifacts, you have to sweat a lot. It is worth taking a moment and having a good workout. The Dark Weapons Master was shocked by this. The true flame had exhausted all of my primordial Kai. Ha ha ha, sure, my spiritual artifact. But then he was waiting for the catch of his blade. The flame of karma was gone. He was confused. A few seconds later, he experiences a blow to the head. He beats against a stone with all his strength. The master of dark weapons does not understand how he managed to survive, all thanks to you. Now I'm even stronger. My body has reached the average quality of a mysterious artifact. Xiaolan. You are a cruel person who uses the blood of living beings to create tools. Today you will pay for everything. He decided to finish him off using a close-range fighting technique. He almost fell through the ground from this blow. Lo noticed the ring on his finger. Was it a total ring? Xiaolan is already dead. The ring has no owner. It's worth seeing what's inside. Some clothes, a couple of crystals. There are pills and potions, mysterious artifacts of low and medium levels. Ordinary stuff. What else is this? This is a throwing knife lost by time, but I feel how austere it is, an unusual find. If I'm not mistaken, then this blade is several times stronger than the mysterious artifacts. Perhaps Xiaolan once restored it, but due to lack of strength, he could not use it. I will need it. So what do we have next? Luo thought that it was worth releasing everyone who stayed and you, the psycho. He came out of the cave and shouted joyfully. Wonderful. I was a punching bag for 2 whole years. Finally, freedom. Qinjian sect, wait for me. Sister Yan, I'll save you soon. Luo Yi walked through the forest and saw something strange. I didn't think that this old man was hiding so many interesting things. He was looking at the dead old man with malice. It's Shumi's ring. The Shumi ring is rumored to have separate spaces. I wonder if that's the case. He took the ring and held it up to his eye. Strangely, this flying knife seems so shabby. And why did the old man keep it? The old eccentric kept this decrepit knife because he thinks it's valuable? Luo found this knife very boring. Still, Luo wanted to test him. What kind of secret was this knife hiding for himself? He saw a statue that was carved in the mountain. He threw a knife at this statue, but the knife rebounded and flew to the girl who was resting in the forest. She saw a knife that was flying at her, but due to her magic, she stopped this knife and took it for herself. At first she thought, what a spoiled knife, and threw it away with the words, go back to where you flew. And he flew to the territory of the great clan, to the top of Xiaoyu Mountain. And a knife flew into a girl who was sitting near a tree and reading a book. The knife easily cut the tree in half. The girl was very surprised by this, but she caught the knife. She wondered what kind of knife it was. Fengthan Manor, Imperial Capital, Great Clan. Luo wondered, where did this knife go? What are all these people doing? Why don't they come? Luo pushed his way through the crowd with difficulty. Again, a bunch of people were weeded out because they didn't pass the test. Are there any requirements to join a clan? You need to pass the entrance test of the clan. But before that, you need to materialize the follower's tablet. If there is not enough strength, the sign will not appear about the entrance test and say nothing. That's how it means. I'll go and try. As soon as Luo picked up the tablet, it began to glow. Wow! How did you materialize the follower's tablet so quickly? The speed of materialization also depends on the level of power. Luo squeezed the sign. So she is needed for this. No one around thought that Luo had such power. The next step will get harder. The second stage is much more difficult than the first. You will need the tablet to pass the test, without which you cannot become a member of the Great Clan. Then how will past tests be determined? The follower's tablet records your power level. During the test, based on the situation, they will make their decision. Besides, no one knows when this test will take place. The boy sighs pitifully. Luo at that moment says sure that he will pass this test, no matter what. Got it, find and bring this scoundrel to me. I see you're holding Shumi's ring again. Not tired? Ah ha ha, it's true. 2 hours ago, we already walked 5 kilometers, and you feel anything? Some unknown force creates heat in my body. She definitely turns him into. This moment is interrupted by some men in black masks who want to attack Luo. First they neutralized his friend. And his tablet fell to the ground. First defeated, they said. Chosen right away. Well, come on baby. I'll tell you that you and him together. Ha ha ha. While they were laughing, Luo dealt crushing blows to them. These half-wits flew from different directions. While Luo was fighting, an unfamiliar girl held up a sign. How, with a 20-fold increase in gravitational force, can its movements be so fast? She couldn't understand it. Luo dealt with these scoundrels very well. That girl was Su Lingyun, chief of the Xiao Yu Feng clan. This boy can only at the stage of hardening of the internal organs. Luo dealt these scoundrels just crushing blows. He threw them like a ball. This boy, although he is not very strong, he has the ability. She is at the stage of hardening of internal organs, and she can already move freely with such gravity. Sky School. How dare you bastards? Mo-chan, just break their sign and there are no problems, and that I didn't think of it right away. And if you break someone else's sign, yours will fix it quickly. Hand over your signs to us, then the young master will spare you. Why would that be? Zhuge Hong, member of the Zhuge family, Lizang border. Why? And since I'm from the Zhuge family, what the hell kind of Jugi is that? Fucking show 'em take care. Why run? We seem to be stuck. Turkey's one of the 7 biggest clans. He's definitely at this stage he can run when gravity is 30 times stronger than usual. Well, finally ran into. Now I want not only your plates, but also life. Well then go take away your corpse and die. Well, boy, now you will dance. It's all you can do. How is this possible? Well, only you left. Just try to touch me. I'm from the Jug family, yes. I don't care. Blood seething 9 shape. It's coming. This sound. The reaction is very fast. It's the same bloody lion. I'm being attacked by a bloody lion. What is this attack? Who caused it? What? Is this an attack by the Prednops master? Who called him? People who have overcome the 5 stages of hardening the skin of the muscles of the bones of the internal organs and the bone marrow can go to a higher pre-heavenly level. And if someone can overcome this level, then he becomes a person of the pre-heavenly barely past, and you are fast. Look, you can try to hide a couple more times, despite on a strong gravity. He dodges the attacks of a lion faster. This boy is not bad. Luo, don't play with the demon. I still hear your steps. Even if you were as wise as I am, today is the day of your death. Forehead Kurdzan, a real beast. I won't be surprised if he also goes wild during the tests. We will also go to see. Oh no, I can't do it. Bad dodge. This knife is very reminiscent. Baby, are you okay? Many thanks for the help. But who are you? I'm from the Xiao Yu clan, a teacher in a school in China. Come here, you're from the Shangfeng clan. And you yourself are consistent with Ne? Maybe the students of the Middle Kingdom should learn what you can do? Even if he were a student of the school of the Celestial Empire at the trials, his place among the losers of the bridge is the Forehead Kurje, the student of the Tian school, and leave him to me for this mission. Everyone receives 2 crystals from the cross hurts. In the crystals, there is a supply of true substance. It comes out when the master located at the sacred level of the Celestial Empire uses his power gradually. This energy turns into a coin from which you can make a pill of immortality. Who possesses it becomes incredibly rich. And do you want punishment? Hey, not so fast. I don't want to interfere because you are Shan Feng students. I will learn more about this school once again. Is this really a broken knife? Wonder how he ended up with her. Man, you were pretty good at defeating so many opponents. Yes, even under pressure 30 times more than usual. Join the Nuthao clan. Their clan is below the 20th place. Better join the Huang Li clan. We are in the 5th place. Tian and occupy a key position among the 33 clans. First place in the ranking. I hope you will join us. If I join Tian Yi, I end up in the same clan as Luo. Is that okay? Wait. Have you seen this flying knife? Like? I found it quite by accident. It's yours, yes, it belongs to me, masters, but now it's mine, even though this one of ours is shabby, but it contains a huge power, and of course I can give it to you, but what kind of treasure is this? Obviously not a dark weapon. Is it spiritual? Divine? In this world, weapons can be divided into several types: dark, spiritual, holy, and divine, of which the last is the greatest weapon. Each of them has 3 stages: lower, middle, and higher divine, as well as the rest has 3 levels in addition. Lo Day, with the help of Seelan's spirit smelting furnace, was able to smelt his vessel into a dark weapon of the spirit of the middle stage. This dagger was originally mine. Who would have thought that the finder would blackmail me with it? And I want you to join Xiaoyu clan. Master Su, you are being dishonest. The last time before last, you took the best students, leaving a meager choice for the rest of the clans. For sure, skill cannot do this, especially since your Haiyan clan is at the bottom of the ranking. You know what power is in this knife, and with the help of this brass ring, you can control it. Well, will you think about my offer? You returned it. Do I have a reason to refuse? You agreed so easily, but I beg your pardon, Master Thu. Wait, bro Luo, can I go with you? Master can, of course. Since the Luo Gen has not decided on a clan, we should go look for other outstanding students. The test of the other students should be over soon. After choosing the students, the masters must take them to the Temple of the Holy Books, where they can choose their own martial art. Temple of the Holy Books. Newcomers, for the first time I can visit the Temple of Sacred Books and choose a martial art for free. Do you still have to pay for this? For each technique, you need to pay 100 points. And this is 200 crystals, therefore, it is worth using this opportunity wisely. Luo Gen, welcome to the Xiaoyu clan. Thank you, Master Su. Palace of Holy Books. Is this the very Palace of Sacred Books about which there are so many rumors? When Luo and his friend entered the temple, they had a strange feeling that King Long was ordering me something in my head. No one can see this light. This radiance, passing through your eyes, can harm your soul. Harm your soul? What? Luo buddy, let's go ahead and see what's there. Master Zhu, what kind of radiance is this? This is will. Everything in nature has its own will. Starting with a person or the sky and ending with a sword. This purple color was once a Xingqian giant, whom I executed here. This is the will of Xingqian. So, based on this, what was in my head is nothing but the thoughts of a green dragon. Only here to take away a chance to get equipment for free. The deeper you make your way into the palace, the greater the power of Xingqian becomes. Xingqian can hurt you even if you have one eye closed, so go as far as you can, don't show your strength. Luo carefully walked and studied the temple. If it's just a yellow level, it's not worth a dime. Let's go see what's inside. The yellow level is very… Oh, this guy without aspirations. Luo, look how many different techniques are here. Meanwhile, people were leaving with the temple. Luo paid attention to this. But after a moment, these people begin to be shocked. They are screaming and asking for help. I must persevere to save Luo Yan. One of the family members pulls out a pill and swallows. Only the children of an official can be rich. Even such a grain of electricity to strengthen the soul must cost a lot of money. At the restored limit, martial arts are divided into 4 types: heavenly, terrestrial, black and yellow levels. Among them, yellow techniques are the most, black ones are somewhat less, and earth techniques are usually inherited. You don't want your powers. In the heavenly techniques hall, the Xingqian will is very strong. You can't stand it. I know, but I just want to try. To die, so let him go and die. This, not knowing how much a pound is dashing, the guy thinks he knows everything in the world. They say that in the Hall of Celestial Techniques Xingqian's will is so strong that he seems to have a material body, he can kill, and you won't even notice. For a person who has not trained in martial arts, this is certain death. Luo menacingly opens the gate and enters this room. There is such a strong roar inside that his ears cannot stand it. These torments are a trifle, consider it, I temper my soul. After a while, a coffin appeared in the room, a lion began to crawl out of it, which attacked Luo. I finally got it, this is probably the Xintian burial. The lion roared at the Luo and attacked him. Then it turns out that the monster is the soul of the deceased Xintian. How stubborn he is, his will continues to exist in this space for many years after his death. What a mighty will Xintian exudes. But he doesn't know who then beheaded him? Luo turned to the left, approached, and the battles began. The lion wanted to attack first, he succeeded, but Luo repelled all the blows. Luo also struck at him, but at the moment they crossed eyes. That's the roar from that green dragon statue. The lion is alert. Luo began to understand what was going on. After a few seconds, the lion moved away from him and hid in a coffin. Luo saw an unknown book. The book Fisting of the Heaven Demon is translated from the demonic language, so it can be used to learn special demonic techniques. Luo took the book and left. Despite the power of the Heaven Demon's fist art, it is still demanding on physical condition. It will be extremely difficult to train. The fact that you have reached this place already indicates that your power is different from the rest. If your soul is strong, then you can learn dark thoughts and demon blood. All of these are heaven-level techniques. But why did you have to choose such a difficult technique? Since this technique was hiding in this grave, it must be cooler than heavenly level. It's right. There were two very rare and far from celestial books in the tomb that suit you best. But did you choose a completely different one? Since you're not in a hurry, let's talk about it. Those 4 levels, of course, are common among people, and this book is among demons. This is already a holy level. What could be more powerful than celestial technology? As a child, I knew that there are 4 levels in total. Heavenly, earthly, black and yellow. Saint level technique? Nobody expects anyone to be able to master this technique. It is, you can say, a good case, but this technique will attract a lot of attention from other people. You better say that you chose this technique. This is a heavenly level book about cultivating spiritual power. Thank you very much. Wait, you wonder who I am? Interesting? Pretty. You're a kid, don't pretend well. Even if the Kinjun clan is big, even if you were without aspirations, we would still meet sooner or later. Oh. Exactly right. I haven't found out who you are yet, sir. Luo laughed and opened the door. I can't believe that after so many years someone was able to carry away this technique. What is this? If not the will of heaven? What a trouble. Only the handsome men from Xiaoyu Peak remained. Take care of us. Sorry for making you wait a long time. Have you been to the Celestial Tech Hall? Follow me, it's time to return to Xiaoyu Peak. And why didn't she ask what technique I chose? After we enter the gate, you will obey me. Haha. I didn't know those white robes were so majestic. It is unlikely that anyone on the streets of the imperial capital would dare to contact me. Zhu-san, by the way, Zhu Xiang, I wanted to ask you something. How can you get to Lianyu Mountain, Mount Lianyu? Why are you asking about this terrible place? Mountain Lianyu Mountain is a lone peak located in the northwest of the Kinjun clan's domain. On this mountain, members of the Qingyun clan who have committed serious crimes are being held. Within the walls of the Lianyu, thousands of members of the Qingyu clan are serving their punishment. There are 2 ways. The first is to use points. 100 points can be exchanged for the opportunity to visit Lianyu Mountain. Is there a faster way? 2 crystals can be exchanged for 1 point. To get 100 points, you need 200 crystals. The second way is to commit a crime. This way works for me. Xiaoyu Mountain, training room. Luo Vova is ready to make his first magic strike. I finally got a stunning divine strike. Luo took the book. But this technique is not as difficult as Heaven Demon Divine Fist. Described in this book is simply ineffective. Looks like I still need to practice the Stunning Divine Strike. Stunning Divine Strike is a heaven-level spirit type move. This technique is of two types: the release of the soul and the change of the soul. And the release of the soul allows you to take the soul out of the body. The change of the soul allows you to use the soul to strike. In order to succeed in this technique used, one must enter into deep meditation. Luo Zhen's spirit is very strong, so learning this technique does not cause him much trouble. Mount Xiaoyu, dining room. Go away from here. This place is for older students only. I don't know who sent you there, but the Qindian clan members are forbidden from fighting each other. But if you're looking for problems for yourself, let's fight in the arena. Let's see who is better. Fight, so fight. I bet that the crystal. Everyone around was shocked by his self-confidence. Lo, we better not mess with him. Mount Xiaoyu, arena. Hey! Just look at this excellent weapon. This will be my bet. This sword is worth your crystals. Hey kid, did you cook 100 crystals? Do you want to count? Everything is ready, so let's get started. A battle began between them. The enemy used a lightning fist. How is he? Frontal attack? Is this guy completely insane? The opponent used a sandal fist. Look out, and you take a hit. Newbie. Luo began to have a big burst of energy. Is it happened? I broke through to the level of hardening of the bone marrow? Shadow steps. Interesting. I didn't think the brat, only his organs, would force me to use lightning god mode. Luo Zheng, I will tear you to pieces. Stunning Divine Strike. Luo dealt a crushing blow to his opponent. He destroyed it. The power of the lightning god is simply incredible. I did not think that the effect would be so terrifying. Bring back the sword. Wasn't he a bet? Zula lost, so the sword belongs to Luo Zhen. I already have this sword, Zula, so whether you are winners or not, this sword will offer me. I honestly won this ball, and if you have any complaints, then contact Shula. But this sword, if you don't agree, see you in the arena. In a bunch of losers. Stand. Did you make Zula attack me? Well, So what? One of the people of the Zhuge house is waiting for death. Zhuge's house? And what about you here? I am an extra syllable from the third son of Zhuge. Zhuge Feng is the third oldest son of Zhuge. Better known as a madman. The whole crowd was whispering among themselves in a misunderstanding of what was going on. Wow. Personal words of the third son of Zhuge. What a big title. You dared to sow discord in our ranks, you must not take courage. The house of Zhuge is stronger than us, but still cannot destroy our unity. Some outsider is interfering in our business. He is a simple syllable, he cannot represent the house of Zhuge. Yes, dare, so what? What will you do to me? This person is just a household servant. He is not one of the Qindian clan's disciples, but he incited us to internal unrest, so let's teach him a lesson. Even our mentors agreed with this. Zhu's Yan, but very much to him that you need to be responsible for your actions? Great. I'm the third son's personal servant. If you even lay a finger, my lord, yes he. Luo grabs him and brings him to his knees. What will he do to me if I touch you? Kaole, help me, kill Luo Zhen. My lord, thank you. Luo Zheng, this person is close to the third son. If you kill him, you will incur his wrath, and it is very dangerous to mess with him. Said Kaole, 15 early among the clan's disciples. Not a little stronger than Zula. Luo Zhen. Listen to me, otherwise there will be more serious consequences. Yes? Well, let it be with a point and in general, enough trend it. If you don't like something, we'll meet in the arena. I have to hang around in the arena all day. It's very bad when someone is constantly being killed. I believe that one of you must yield. Zhang Wuxian, the 7th rank of the Qindian clan disciples. Zhang Wuxian, are you prying into other people's business again? Other people's affairs are climbing? This man boasts of someone else's power, so I think that killing him is already too much. Let's give in like this. Lo, you have to teach him a good lesson. Luo Zheng, show him how it is, there are other people's business. Luo, if you kill me, my lord will destroy your entire family, and you will be powdered from 3, and your ashes will scatter in the wind. Luo stabbed him in the face, the poor fellow fell to the ground. Wow, what can you do to me? Luo landed a couple more blows and killed him. The brother has a powerful blow. That's what this idiot needs. He, apparently, just tired of living, since he decided to join us. By the way, aren't you afraid together at Juju's house? I have so many, one more, one less, what's the difference? Wow, that's courage. That's what it takes to be a great hero. Well, let's go, knock over a glass or another. Well, let's go. A crowd of guys cheerfully sent to his home. Everything will be fine, Ms. Zhuge is in my debt. Fighting Shula, Luo came to the level of bone marrow disease. I think at this rate, he will soon become one of the most influential disciples of Xiaoyu Mountain. Come on, I just recently appeared here, it's too early to talk about it. Nothing is too early. Have you heard the legend of Mount Yunu? This is the mountain where only girls live, isn't it? 15th place in the ranking. Wow. A few years ago, this mountain was in 2nd place, and all thanks to one girl. So you too can rely on your strength to succeed, Luo Zheng. Unfortunately, this beautiful, like a goddess, girl broke the law and was dragged to Lianyu Mountain. Beautiful like a goddess? Who is this? You don't have the same last name. Her name is Luo Yan. Luo smashed his glass on the table in rage. Luo Zhen, do you know her? Luo Zhen, this Luo Yan can't be your sister. Why was she dragged to the mountain? Here's what I know. Many students tried to court Luo Yan. The most terrible among them was Yun Fang. Luo Yan, with a sword, deprived Yun Fang of his manhood, which greatly developed the family of clans of great warriors of the house of Yun. Luo clasped his hands in rage. Luo Zhen, are you okay? Okay, Wuxian, how can you summon a person from this Lianyu game? For 1,000 points, you can reduce the term of imprisonment by a year, but the problem is that Luo Yan was imprisoned for 1,000 years. 1,000 years. My sister is dying of old age. Luo was furious and smashed everything in his path in the practice room. Luo came to Ms. Su. He asked if he could get some task. Don't worry, we'll have some special preparations coming soon, enough for you to train with. I don't need it, I need points. Where is this guy in such a hurry? Choose. Is there a task for which you can get more points? Yes, but I'm afraid you won't be able to. Or track down and capture an unknown prisoner who escaped from custody. I choose this. No. Why? With your level of training it's like walking probably death. I understand, but I'll still take this assignment. You don't understand anything, and I won't give you this task. Luo stood in her office until the morning, and the whole day, evening came. Lady Su says, if you want to die so much, I can't stop you. Luo thanked the lady with a smile and took his task. You want too much to be successful. King Yun Square. What the most loyal guy? Where did he even come from? Since when are brats with bone marrow hardening levels allowed to take on assignments like this? Since he is looking for death, then let him go. Kaole, let's kill him ourselves then. Luo do stretch maneuvers, turns around and grabs his pendant, grabs his neck, and says someone. King Shan is certainly not right, but let him go and we can talk calmly. And you, King Shan, will quickly apologize to everyone. Luo, razor beetles rarely appear alone, so we hunt them with 5 of us. One person can't handle them. Join us. Thanks, but I work alone. The top of the Lianyu Mountain. The sister sat in sadness and waited for her brother while he would save her.